Indiscipline is any act that diverges from the acceptable societal norms and values. It is a violation of school rules and regulations, which is capable of obstructing the smooth and orderly functioning of the school system. Indiscipline has increasingly affected the school system and learning in a negative way. It has resulted in disruption of academic calendars, as well as formulation of gangs and secret societies in the schools and even at elementary and secondary level.
Indiscipline has eaten deep into the roots of the society. Indiscipline is deviation from the set standard, procedures, rules and regulation, either by school, institution, organization or community. So we see indiscipline as deviation from the norm, deviation from the set standards, regulations and instructions.
Indiscipline can simply refer to a situation whereby the student or a human being as a person is unable to abide by the rules and regulations of the society or in an academic environment where they are unable to adhere strictly to the rules and regulations of the school.
Popular types of indiscipline in schools are truancy, lateness, class disruption, fights, stealing, threats to teachers and fellow students, among others. There are many factors responsible for this behavior in students in the society, among which are societal influence, parental influence or upbringing, and socio-economic attainment of parents.
It has reduced the level of education to the barest minimum because the indiscipline that we're talking about, though we believe that it should be curbed in the school setting, but we should not forget that it happens from home because number one, home is the first place where learning takes place.
There are things that students display, the indisciplines that they do in the schools, like vandalism, spoiling of school properties intentionally. I call it intentionally because there are management in schools, there are prefects in schools, and some students will intentionally do some things, spoiling of school properties intentionally. And there are things that cause it. Sometimes we have societal influence, sometimes parental influence. We have even school settings also. So there are schools that pampers students.
That indiscipline ranges from raping, from theft, from stealing, armed robbery, cultism, which is very rampant these days.
Indisciplined students gradually become weird and notorious in nature. These behaviors cause inability to concentrate in class, which can lead to poor academic performance and increase the rate of school dropouts. The society at large also experiences unrest, such as increased conflict and crime in the society, breakdown of social order, and a bad reputation for such community.
The effects of indiscipline, it affects not just the student alone, it affects the community and it also affects the parent. You know, we have seen cases of students about to graduate dropping out of school due to gross misconduct, and they were found wanting by the institution and they were sent away without no certificate. You know, we have seen cases of students involving in cultism, among other grievous offenses that the university or the institution frowned against, and they were found wanting and they were sent home.
Possible solution, I can say, is sensitizing the student about the danger of indiscipline.
I know in this society now, like for example in the school, there are rules that are set. We have code of conduct that are set in the school. For example, now if you bring sharp objects to school, there's a suspension for that, 2 weeks suspension.
Indiscipline is not something that one singular person can actually curtail. You know, it requires a joint effort with all relevant stakeholders, the police, the school authority, the community leaders, you know, school leaders. They are positioned, even from the family front, to nurture these individuals to stardom.
Some of the ways to achieve discipline in schools include value reorientation, moral leadership, modeling and education for the students, high parental and school supervision, and most importantly, taking disciplinary actions to curb indiscipline. Ensuring indiscipline in schools is compulsory for a better future for the nation. Omoni Yeriolua, reporting for KAFTAN Television.